Hi everybody. Okay, so I'm going to take a video of this while I'm doing it. This is the braided technique. I have no idea if this video is going to actually turn out, but if I get it down, I want to have it on video. I got really frustrated the other day trying to take these the smallest strips and try to follow a picture of this is how you do this. You take these two little strips and you cut them in half. Well, it wasn't working for me. So we are using thumbs for our strips. I left my plastic on and I cut them long ways. I've already cut my other two colors. I kind of kept this one so I could do one in front of everybody. So I just cut, and I'm trying to cut them even in width, as even as I can get them. I did find something where somebody had actually measured these out. I wish I had that patience. As much patience as I have, that's not it. So I'm going to cut these. Basically, when I get 5 of these little strips from the thumbnail. Okay, so we're going to walk through one of these. Like I said, hopefully I have got this down. We are going to find out though. Hold on, I need a prep pad. Okay, so I've got my scissors, I've got my nail file, and I've got my cuticle stick, right? So just like everything else, we are going to prep our fingers. If this comes out, I am going to do a really cool combo with this. So, this comes out, there will be a part 2 to this video. I don't like to make my videos too incredibly long. That way when you guys are watching them, it's easy to watch. Okay, so prep. Remember that if you do not have a nail prep pad, you can use a cotton ball with rubbing alcohol to do the same thing. Okay, so we're going to put this down, and we're going to walk through this step by step. Even the step that is going to, you guys are going to be like, what? We know how to do that. Okay, so regular, just putting on, I'm going to choose my white as my base coat. One reason I'm going to choose my white is because it is the thinnest. The other reason I'm going to choose my white is because it's the lightest. So it's going to show through less. This is the same as a basic application, guys. All you're doing is putting this down on your finger. I'm going to cut it so I can do my finger on my other hand when I'm done. And then I am going to slap this baby on here, just like the anchor trick, and set this aside. Okay, so then gift wrap it. Make sure it's nice and smooth. You want to make sure that this is really smooth because this is a layering technique through and through. And like I said, I'm hoping that I don't make this video too long, but it will be well worth it for the design, right? Okay, so basic application. I want to get all of my excess off. I don't want anything hanging over because I'm going to have enough hanging over by the time all this layering is done. Okay, so I have my basic finger. So I'm going to take color 1, which is going to be my pink. I'm going to pull off my plastic, and some of these, when I cut them, the plastic came off with them. Or like, I think which one is it? Is it Tokyo Lights? I don't know. I've got one sitting here that it just kind of came off the plastic altogether. Okay, so pull my strip off of here. See, that end piece just came right off because it's so thin. And I'm going to make my first cross from one side. And this is the complicated part. Like for me, I'm used to, when I make a cross, I'm going from top to bottom. In this, you're not going from top to bottom. Okay? You're not trying to meet the top, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this really close to where it's supposed to be. Ha! It landed the right way. I'm going to press it down. Now I'm going to take color number 2. And I thought I had one. I'm missing a strip. Oh well. Okay. Keep moving forward. Now I'm going to take color number 2. And I'm going to put my second strip on. So this one is going to go the opposite way. I'm going to try to place it so it is evenly crossed. Like so. I cut that off. I'm going to set that aside. Okay, so this is where we are. Now, my pink one was the first one I did going this way, right? And I'm going to try to move this down a little bit more and put my finger a little bit closer so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So now we need to take my base coat, which is my white, and it is going to go the same way my pink one did, right next to it. Okay. I'm really cutting these because I don't want to have quite so much layering at the end. I don't want to have so much sticking out. Now my pink was my first one I did. I've got all 3 colors on there. You guys see them? So I'm going to push this down, get this nice and easy and flat. Now I'm going to take my pink one and go right next to my Tokyo lights. If I want it to be a thinner braid, I can overlap, okay, a little bit. Now I'm going to take my gold one and I'm going to put my, see how I did that? Then I'm going to take my gold one and I'm going to put my gold one that way. And now I'm going to get this last bit of my, uh-oh, it was put the wrong way on the table. Oops. I'm going to take my white one and put that going the opposite way, right against my pink. And that is pretty much all she wrote. And there's my braid. Okay, but now I got to clean it up, right? So I am going to gift wrap these down. I'm going to take my file. This is a little bit more to file, guys, just so you know. So it's going to take a little bit more filing because you've got multiple layers, right? I'm going to take my excess off as best as I can. And I'd say this is probably like the hardest part is when you get down to this. Because that when you're filing it, there's so many layers at the end of your finger to file through. And yet you don't want to actually file your nail, right? I just want to file the nail polish strips. Okay, so I pretty much got it all off. Sorry guys, sometimes I talk to myself. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have my finger. You guys can see it. Okay. Let's see if I got all the stuff that I needed to file off. Okay. So we've got this down. now we got to clean up around the edges. So to clean up around the edges, I'm going to use this because it's going to be sharper than my thumbnail, and I'm going to push right into my cuticle so that way I cut through any additional strip, and I pull that away. Okay. I'm going to make sure I smooth it down again. It looks like there's a piece of plastic stuck onto one of my strips. Oh, I think there is. Well, let's pull this off and see what comes off, shall we? It may mean that I'm redoing this part of this video. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I had a piece that was a plastic piece that was stuck, so let's do this again. Very important to make sure you get this plastic off because it will do exactly what I just did. I just about had it clean too. That's all right. So I did pink, and now I got to do gold. Gold is going to go actually, this will work out perfect. If you use the edge of the strip when you do this last piece, you can really position it to get a nice finished edge, which I didn't know until just now. And hold on, I'll show you guys here in just 1 second. This one I just kind of clipped with my fingernail. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to cut it and set that aside. So what this did, you guys look, this is kind of rounded already, so it kind of gave it a really nice finish. Let me clean this up. Now I did have white, one more strip of white over this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean this one up. Where's my white? Okay, here's my white. So I'm going to do the same thing. That seemed to work really, really well, the finished edge. So I am going to go with my finished edge. And place it. And I'm going to wrap it. And then I'm going to clean this right here up. I haven't cleaned the other side up at all, or down by my, so I'm going to clean this side up. So, we're almost there. Look at that. I think I want to put the gold back though. So, let's do this. Let's pull this off. I think that this is a much better braided look without the white. So I took that little white piece I just put on. I just kind of slid it off. And that little white piece does not want to be on a fingernail, I can tell you. And then, so I'm going to go back down here, and I'm going to clean up a little bit. Push down into my cuticles, make sure I don't have anything that's over the edge. And voila, we have a braid. That worked very, very well. So that's how we do a braid. Like I said, this was actually, since I tried the other day to do the braid, this was my first attempt at it. It really isn't as difficult as I thought it was, or as I was making it seem, I guess. So with that being said, that's a braid. So in the next braid I do, I will take pictures of how I do it step by step, so I can make a sheet for everybody to be able to say, oh, okay, so we watched it. This is how we do it. Now we can look at the pictures and go from the pictures, because really that's what helped me do it. It was a video and a combination of pictures that helped me really, really get it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the braiding technique. We will see you soon. Bye.